Good evening, friends. The Nifty today has closed at a level of around 10,792 on the spot, and whereas the March futures, which are the current futures now post the derivatives expiry, are quoting at a level of 10,870. That's a premium of around 78 points as far as, let's say, the spot is concerned. For the day, it has closed up by 0.18%, and same is the case with the other tradable index, which is the Bank Nifty. And as you can see in this chart, it has pretty much remained a sideways move all through the day. In fact, the Nifty traded in between a range of around 10,898 and 10,833, which means there was a very tight range of close to around 66 points. And as you can see in this daily chart as well, it also indicates that it has more or less formed what can be called as a kind of a doji. More than doji, it has been an inside day, which means the volatility has got submerged altogether post the events that had kind of taken place yesterday. So as far as the outlook for Nifty is concerned, till the time that it doesn't cross above 11,000 or kind of go below the 10,780 mark, nothing much of change in dynamics would happen, and that would in a way decide as to where the market is headed. The next chart I am putting out is that of Bank Nifty, and as you can see in this chart here, once again the Bank Nifty has also maintained a sideways tranche all through, and it also corresponds to an inside day on the daily chart. As far as levels are concerned, the low of yesterday, which was created around the 26,850 mark, would certainly be a deciding factor, and below that we could probably go down even till a level of around 26,500. Some worrying fact as far as, let's say, the Bank Nifty is concerned is the weakness in heavyweight HDFC Bank, which we kind of saw towards the last half an hour of trade, and that would certainly mean that there is some kind of trouble that is kind of coming through, especially in the Bank Nifty. Vis-a-vis the Bank Nifty, we are seeing that the HDFC Bank stock has actually kind of plummeted by around 0.7% for the day, and could go down further to a level of around 2022. Now let's move on to the broader markets, and as you can see here, the broader markets have performed quite well, in a way outperformed the benchmark Nifty. Nifty mid cap 100 has closed up by around 0.5%, while small cap 100 has closed up by 0.85%. So positive cues as far as, let's say, the broader markets are concerned. Once again, the advances and declines are kind of favoring the advances in a ratio of almost 1.8 as to 1. 1074 advances against declines of 639. So far to see, as far as, let's say, the sectors are concerned, we are seeing the CPSE pack doing well, and same is kind of seen in the form of ETF. The ICICI Bank B22 ETF has kind of traded a very large volume. So we remain positive on CPSE index as a whole, and same is the case with reality, which has kind of moved up around 1.3% for the day. On the contrary, IT and auto has especially seen a good amount of profit booking. The IT index was up almost 6 days on the trot till today, and post that we have seen some kind of correction sitting through. Moving on to the stock specific moves, like I mentioned, we would be eyeing the CPSE horizon, and within that National Aluminium would be one of the better buys, more so because it has almost closed at the day's high and on very high volumes. In fact, the volume it clocked today was close to 6 crore 78 lakh shares, and correspondingly we are seeing a stellar move in terms of volume over last few trading sessions. As you can see, it has formed a good base around the 46 mark, and post that it is now trying to move up past 51. So in a scenario that it crosses 51, we would be eyeing levels around 59 to 60 on the higher side, while maintaining a stop loss at a level of around 46. This would predominantly be a positional trade over next maybe 5 to 10 trading sessions. On the contrary, the auto pack has underperformed, and from that we are kind of moving down to Eicher Motor. And as you can see here, the low that it had created in the beginning of February has been kind of breached rather convincingly. Once again on very high volumes, more or less in kind of equal as far as what the volumes were there at a major bar, and therefore one could contemplate a downside even till a level of around 18,800 on the lower side, while on the higher side the immediate resistance stands at a level of around 20,640, which also happens to be today's high. So that's the wrap up for today, and I hope we will kind of get you through with the new day's happenings tomorrow. Till then, bye from now.